This is 52 months on HRT, and what's been happening? This morning, I woke up. No, it was actually last night. I went to bed. My breasts were really killing me. They were hurting really bad. This morning, I woke up. The same thing. Not as bad, but hurting. And the last week they've been hurting on and off and itching, and my sex drive has been off, and my leg hair is doing the same thing as always. Not really losing any right now, so, or gaining any. It's just stuck where it was at. But my body hair, what's there, it seems like it's growing a little faster. Especially the facial hair that's not fully gone from the laser. What's left, it's like all through this. You can actually see on my face. Maybe not through here. It may look like it, but there's really no hair through here. But it's right here is where any hair is, up through here. But all this through here is where most of it is. Just my chin right here, and yeah, and a few pieces here and a few pieces here. And that's growing a lot faster since not being on the HRT, male to female hormone replacement therapy. And my arm muscles, I noticed the other day, they're bigger. I don't know if I'll be able to show you unless I take, let's see here. That's, I can't lift up my sleeve the rest of the way, but as you can see, yeah, I haven't been exercising my arm muscles, and I noticed they've been getting bigger, and I'm like, okay, I don't want bigger arm muscles, but there's nothing I can do about it. But my point of view is, the bigger the arm muscles you have, when you get older and you do start losing muscle, because when you do get older, that tends to happen to a lot of people. You have the muscle to lose, so I have the muscle to lose. So yeah, and still been happy. Just my mood's been kind of back and forth. Especially yesterday, I don't want to talk about it because it's something I can't talk about. I can just say it's family issues. That pertains to family. And another interesting thing is, I can say is my breasts, how they've been hurting and itching and whatnot, the way they've been. Well, from my experience, I can't say this is right or wrong for anyone out there, but for me, it's my experience and what happened. Even if you think I'm crazy, I'm not. Some people think I'm crazy, some people won't, and some people believe me and some people won't. But this is from my experience what happened. I prayed to God about my breasts, about helping them to finish growing their last cup size from like a female puberty from the HRT, even though I'm not quite exactly on it or not, but getting the last full cup size, getting fuller. Well, the answer I got, the best way I can explain it is, we're helping. It's like we're up here, we're helping you. Your breasts are going to keep growing even though you're not currently on the HRT. If you're on it or not, we're going to help them grow, and they're going to grow. They're going to become they're small, 32D, big enough to where you can wear a D cup. In the sister sizing, the equivalent of that. Small, and they're going to be hurting badly and itching, and the itching is going to be hurting, and let's see what else was the answer I got. And it's going to continue to this from up to your 5 years from when you started HRT, up to 5 years. So that's November 20th of this year. That'll be 5 years. So my breasts are going to be growing my whole last cup size from the puberty part up till then. So, well, that's what the answer I've got. And currently, the way the answer I got was explained to me, my breasts have been hurting and itching and getting fuller and bigger and changing here and there in all these weird ways. Exactly like the answer I got, every detail. And every time I pray about this, I get an answer, and it happens exactly exact. And one of the times I did pray, I was told I need to mention something like mention this because something that needs to be shared. So mentioning it again this time. I mentioned things like this before, but this is from my experience, so I can't vouch for everyone out there if it's right or wrong for you. But yeah, it sucks not being on the HRT, but yeah. And down there, that area, the sperm, the sperm, a lot has come back. A lot. And I don't like it. Not being on testosterone blockers, it sucks because my facial hair, what's left, is growing in faster. Down there, increased sperm, and that sucks. Being a girl, having to deal with male genitalia and facial hair, it's not fun, but nothing I can do. This is what my face looks like. Whatever makeup is still left on from Wednesday, because I didn't wash it off. But my face is fuller, so that's one thing I noticed. Not being on the HRT. Face is fuller, and I noticed my cheeks today. I noticed all this, and my breasts feel a lot fuller. I'm wearing a self bra cami, the one with the cups, the wired cups. So, and yeah, it's been kind of hard not being on the HRT, but I'm still going the best I can. And also, when I prayed, one of the answers I got, all the permanent changes that's happened aren't gonna reverse. My face is still gonna be feminine and female and cute. So yeah, and I've been recently going through a lot of my old stuff, clothing and whatnot, and I was going through a bag of bras that I have from the beginning of my transition up to, like, except the ones I threw away, like up to yeah, the ones I got all the way up to 2012. From, yeah, since I started my transition up to 2012, the bras I had in that time period from November 20th. It was around March, November, around some, yeah, the bras I collected over the years before I started and after I started HRT. But I've been going through them, and surprisingly, not all bras are created equal. Band sizes and cup sizes aren't created equal. Because I measured yesterday, and my breasts measure 32 small d, and I fit in a juniors. 32As don't fit. It's like preteen, like kids, like those training bras. 32A don't fit. And I have an adult's 32B that gives 2 cup sizes increase. That fits. So an adult's 32B, that fits. And junior's 32B, there's some that fit and some that don't fit at all, and it's uncomfortable. So I have 32Bs that fit and 32Bs that don't fit. Then I have some 34Bs that fit, which a 34B is an equivalent of a 32D, because if you count the cup sizes, 34, 35, 36, that's 36 inches. An inch of each inch above the band size is a cup size AB, 36 inches. So 36 inches in a 32, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, A, B, C, D. So, yeah. And those ones, the 32B are juniors. When I got them, the back band were stretched out, but I still used them because that's all I had. And I recently tried them on and put them on yesterday. And what I did, it's like I tried shrinking them, like really hot water, then putting in the dryer, which you shouldn't put bras in the dryer, it ruins them. But I tried to shrink them that way. It didn't. So I got the idea. The only way to fix this issue is to tailor them. Like where the hook and eye clasps are, I'd have to re-sew it. So what I did, instead of cutting it off and sewing it back on, what I did, right where the straps on the back band meet, then where the hook and eye is, I folded like that. I just folded this way to make it shorter, and I sewed. I did a really good sew job on it. Then on each side, like the hook's on this side and then the eye's on this side, like I folded it like around like that. So like if you take my shirt, then you go around like this, so it's like that. I folded it like that, then I just sewed across the top parts and the bottom parts really good. And I tried it on. The back band fit better, because before I could like put my whole entire hand in there and then some. No, my whole entire hand. And now it's on like 2 inches, which is on the first hook and eyes. Well, I only did this with one bra, one that's already one that, like where the hook and eyes are, when the eye parts broke. So I was doing on that one as a test. It worked, so I'm gonna do that with the rest of them. That way I have a bunch of more bras to start using and fit in the right cup size. And yeah, and I noticed my red bra I mentioned, that's the 32C. I noticed that's the same circumference as the 32B. That gives 2 cup size increase, except the red one only gives 1 cup size increase. And the purple one gives 2, but I noticed it's like where the breasts sit, it's like the same circumference and everything. So like, that's weird. Then like the cami, the self-bra cami I was wearing yesterday's, with the wired cups. I took those 34 Bs. I matched up the cups to them, and like, it's the same circumference. Then the 32C, it's the same circumference. The 34B was the same circumference. So all the bras that are fitting in all these weird cup sizes, like in 32s and 34s and whatnot. I know band 30 doesn't fit, or 36 doesn't fit, but the 32, and if the band size on the 34 is small enough, it can fit. But so I'm practically, the cups are the same, and I have a bustier that's a 32A, and the cup is the same circumference as those other ones. So I'm like, okay, all these cups are the same, but the band is like different. So it's like, why is it fitting like that? And it's like, all bras aren't created equal. So depending on the brand, it fits differently. So that's interesting. So I range from anywhere from, if the B cup, to a D cup in a 32. So it ranges weird like that. So, and 34A doesn't fit. The 34As I have don't fit, but the 34Bs, the cups fit, and all that, how that works is like weird. So yeah, I noticed that. So I have a bunch of bras I can use. Yay. So that's what's weird. I measure one thing and they fit in multiple different. It's just weird. And some 32Cs I have don't fit. They're like, the cups on them, like 2, 3, 4 cup sizes bigger, it seems like. So I'm like, okay then, I can't use them, and I bought them online and I didn't return them, and too late now for that. So yeah. And other than that, I'm happy. I'm going through a lot of my old stuff, and some of my old guy shirts I'm actually going to turn to girl shirts. One of them is one of those guy shirts. It's like a design almost something like this kind of a pattern, like these types of patterns, like those plaid or like this kind of patterns and stuff like that, but it's in blue. But I'm going to do a cute top with it, and I'm thinking about doing a video of it so I can show how I'm going to do it. It's going to be like a tank top kind of a thing, but the straps, I'm thinking of how the straps braided, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do the rest of it. So yeah, and I have a few tops I'm thinking of doing that with. So yeah, turning them into summer tops. So yeah, and the thing I keep noticing with the shirt I'm wearing, this top button, you can see how it's like this. If you can see, it's doing that, and this keeps coming undone very easily. So I'm like, my breasts are getting bigger, because before, when I first got this, because it's a medium, which that should fit a B cup, which is a small 32D cup now, or I barely can wear if a D cup if the cups are small enough. But it keeps popping open, so that tells me our breasts are and it's happening more and more lately when I wear this shirt. So my breasts are a lot bigger. So even though they don't look much bigger, the silk bra cami I'm wearing is a small, but the cups are equivalent to a 32 CD around summers like that. Small, small, small. But this is what they look like in this shirt. Sorry for the lighting change, but yeah. You can see it looks a little bit much bigger. Yeah. So, let's see. Breasts, you can see they look a little bit bigger. And, yeah. Which, the silk bra cami doesn't give cleavage, so it just sits in a more natural position, more out this way, but still supported. Yeah. It's hard to see with this shirt on, but if I do this, yeah, here, let's do this, and I can show a lot better. Yeah. Okay, there we go. You can see that. Yeah. How it looks a lot bigger. So, yep. All this up here, I'm still gaining, and it looks, my breasts look a lot better than what they did before. And I'm still eating peanut butter every day, a little bit, like a spoonful. And I noticed that helps. It has to have soy in it. The yeah, as the oil that's in there, like when the oil's the soy bean thing or something like that, like some a cotton seed and another one, I can't remember what it was, but the soy and whatnot. Yeah. And if you look at that, it's like a 32D, a small 32D. So that's what they look like. Nothing real special. So you can see they are bigger, and I noticed from my pictures they are bigger. So, and odd stuff going through some things, and all the clothing been going through, that's been like, I can say like a few years ago. I have, it's like 4, 5, 6, like years ago, before my stepdad passed away. A lot of stuff just got shoved in the garage and got just put in like garbage bags and put in the garage. So we've been going through some, and found a bunch of clothes that was given to us that was never used. So I'm like, I can fit in them now. It's like, before I transitioned, it was just sitting there, never got used. And I'm this far into my transition, almost. It's like, yeah, this far into my transition, and going through those clothes, I'm like, I can use these. Then I try them on, and they fit. And most of them are just like pants. Like no shirts fit, but the pants fit. So some are size 1, some are size 3. I know one's size 3, most of them were size 1. And those are a pair of shorts that was a size. It's like 12, I think it's like in a kid's sizing, or I'm not sure. But it fits, and I'm like, put all these clothes on, these pants, I'm like, I can use these. They're like, It's like flare pants and capris and yeah. So then like I have pants, tons of pants now. So yay. Other than that, I had a birthday on Wednesday, and I'm 28 years old now, and because since I become 28, I noticed the last few days I don't feel 28. It's like on my birthday, I was like, I don't feel 28, I feel 26. And I look a lot younger. It's like, put in the comments how old I look. How old do you think I look? I want to know out there how many people, what you think how old I look. How old do you think I look? Put that in the comments. Even though I just said my age. But how old do you think I really look? I want to hear your thoughts on that. Because my dad's side of the family, they age a lot slower and takes a lot longer to develop and get there and age a lot slower. So yeah. So I keep getting mistaken for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years younger, 9 years younger than what I actually am. Because some people think I'm in my teens. Like around 17, 18, maybe 16. No, around 17, 18, maybe 19, early 20s. Because that's how I look. But in reality, no. And yeah. That's another thing I noticed when I sit like this. How you could see that with down here, my breasts. That's happening a lot more and more and more. So that's another indication they're getting bigger. So, well, other than that, I'm happy to be a female, be Christy, myself, and that makes me really happy. All this and this cuteness. But yeah, well, be happy to be you and what you have, what you got. So until next time, comment, rate, and subscribe, and click down there for my blog if you haven't checked it out. And I'm planning on doing blogs that took pictures for it. I just have to get them all situated and whatnot, and I'll do them when I get to them. And sorry for all the videos being late, very late. So yeah.